Hello and welcome to the High Performance Quest. I'm Ramiz Ahmed, and in this video I would be telling you two more bad habits that you have to encounter, and if you encounter these two bad habits, you would be having even more time to spend on more productive activities. In my last video, I discussed being organized is one of the habits of productive people, and those people who are disorganized really waste a lot of time in their life on activities that are very much non-productive. So what you have to do is you have to get organized in your life. And this was the first habit that I tried to explain and I want you to incorporate in your life. In this video, I would be telling you two more bad habits that you have to encounter, and by encountering them, as I said before, you would be having much more time to spend on more productive activities. So, without a further ado, let's get started with these two bad habits that you have to encounter in your life. Well, the second bad habit that people normally have, and it wastes a lot of their time, is starting their day without proper planning, and even starting their week and years without proper planning. There is a very good quotation which says, if you are not planning to win, you are planning to fail. In my opinion, not planning is just like going to a grocery store and not knowing what you have to purchase. Or for example, sitting in a car and having no direction where you really want to go. Or it's just like going for a meeting that has no agenda and no direction and no objectives declared what they want to achieve. So, if you start your day, week, or month without proper planning, you would be dissolved in random activities. And this is not what successful people, high performers, and highly productive people do. They have proper plans for what they have to do in a particular day, or in a particular week, or in a particular month. I would really want you to have proper planning about what you want to do in your weeks and in your months. And once you get used to the weekly planning process, you can then indulge yourself in daily planning processes. And this would be really easier for you at that point of time. So, in order to ensure that you don't waste your day or you don't waste your week in non-productive activities, it is better to plan your days and weeks. I would really want you to make this a habit, and if you make this a habit, you would definitely see that your focus on productive activities will improve and you would be becoming more productive day by day. Well, the third bad habit that people normally have, and I really want you to overcome this bad habit, is reading purposelessly. I have seen a lot of people who have the habit of reading. It's a very good habit, and if you don't have this habit, I really want you to build up, and I would really want you to spend some time reading books during the year. But the question arises, what books should you be reading and why you should be reading? Because I have seen a lot of people with whom I talk, and they say that I have a habit of reading. And when I inquire from them that what books they have read during the year, they say that I have read around 15 to 20 novels in a year. Now, this in my opinion is reading, but in my opinion, this is not an effective use of time that you have given to for the purpose of reading. And in my opinion, this is good that if you spend some time reading novels and if you spend some time reading leisure topics, in my opinion, you should not be stopping that, but overindulging yourself in non-productive reading is really a big waste of time. So, before selecting any book, you have to answer two important questions. The first question you should be answering is, why am I reading this book? And the second question you should be answering is, what would be my learning outcomes by reading this book? You should be reading only that book that helps you in your development and that helps you in achieving your goals and objectives of your life. And if you really want to read novels and other entertainment books, you should dedicate some time, but that time should not be too much that you overindulge yourself in reading such sort of books. And another point on which I would stress on is the implementation of what you are learning by reading books. In my opinion, reading 10 to 15 self-help books but not implementing anything from it is a waste of time. In my opinion, reading one good book and trying to implement all that you have learned in that book, that is more beneficial, and this is even more effective use of time rather than reading 10 to 15 books without implementing anything from it. Further, if you have a habit of reading newspaper daily, or for example you have a habit of listening to celebrity news and gossips and lifestyle news and reading magazines, I would really want to consider that, because if you spend 15 minutes daily on such activities, that accumulates to 91 hours on annual basis. I would really want to consider whether can you waste your 91 hours of your life annually on these activities. This is the question that you have to answer. And if you really don't want to indulge yourself in these news and other gossips and all those things, I would really want you to stop those activities and spend that time in more productive way. And if you really want to listen to news, or if you really want to read newspaper, then have a habit of reading a newspaper on a weekly basis, or restrict your time, in my opinion, to just 5 to 10 minutes for reading news on daily basis. What I have done is, I also have a habit of reading news on daily basis, but I refer to Google News, and on that Google News page I just scroll down and try to grab what is happening in the world and what is happening in my field of interests. And once I get a good article, I normally read that article and skip all those news that are non-productive for me. So you should be having this habit. You are not built to read everything or every news that is happening in the world. So have a habit of restricting yourself from the newspapers and celebrity gossips. You would be really saving a ton of time on a daily basis in this area. So, in my opinion, your reading should have a purpose, and you should assess yourself. What type of reading are you involved in? And if you are involved in reading non-productive things, you should decide how you can convert yourself into reading more effective and more productive materials. This would really save your time from non-productive reading, and you would be spending this time in more productive readings, and you would be more inclined towards good knowledge that would really help you in your career and in your profession and in other goals of your life. So have a habit of reading with a purpose. So these were the 2 habits that I really want you to incorporate in your life. In the next 2 videos, I would be sharing 4 more bad habits that you should overcome in your life in order to save your time and spend that time in more productive activities. Well, this is Ramiz Ahmed signing off from the High Performance Quest. I hope you have liked this video, and if you think that this channel is creating a difference in the quality of your life, I would really want you to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notifications for all of my upcoming videos. Thank you very much.